Should I start out right here? No.
Welcome to Rochester College. We are at the Garth Pleasant Arena for this matchup between the Lourdes University Grey Wolves and your Rochester College Warriors. Rochester College comes into this game 11-10 on the season. Lourdes 14-7. We have a good game for you guys here tonight, folks. Although Rochester is currently riding a 3-game losing streak in January, they won 5 straight in December, and they lead this all-time series 6-0. Rochester's leading scorer is number 34, Armand Cartwright. Here's an interesting fact for you guys that Armand is almost shooting at a 50-40-90 level this year. It's very, very elite shooting out of Cartwright.
Elite. He's an even better player than he is a person, which is hard to do because Armand is top 5. But Rochester, second scorers behind him, Justin Nassau and Cash Blackwell, both at 14 points per game. They shoot really well. Rochester shoots 47% from the field, 38% from 3. Last time these two teams met, Rochester came away with an 82-76 win. That was all the way back in November. And since then, Lourdes has really turned things around.
Yep.
14-7. They've won a bunch of games.
8-2 in their last 10 games. They're led by Kadeem Jones.
Yep.
He averages 17 points per game, 51% from the floor, 39 from 3, and 80 from the stripe. So he's another guy that you really have to look out for.
You know what talking about Kadeem Jones leads us into?
What's that?
My keys to the game.
Here's Griffey's keys of the game.
We got my keys to the game. The first one, Cash Blackwell, get him shots in isolation. Let him work in isolation. He is a great player when he's out there on an island by himself. So if they can get him away and get one guy on him, keep him from being double teamed, he will dominate this game. My second one, we go all the way back to Kadeem Jones, leading scorer for Lourdes. If they can keep him quiet, if they can key in on him, and it will probably be a player like Justin Nassau guarding him, one of the best defensive players in the country, then they can come away with a win. My last one, limit turnovers. We just got done watching a women's basketball game. Rochester ended up winning it, for your information. But lots and lots of turnovers, and that just made that game really hard for either team to pull away from.
You got to remember, this is going to be a very close battle. Like Nick said earlier, Rochester only won their last matchup in November by 6 points. Rochester's holding their opponents to 74 points per game, Lourdes 72 points per game. Rochester's holding their opponents to 43 from the floor, Lourdes 44% from the floor. And both teams are holding opponents to 34% from 3. This is going to be a game of who makes the most shots and who is the smartest with the ball.
And Rochester's 5-7 in the conference, which is a really important number because this is a conference game. At this point, Rochester's not going to get a play-in, a buy-in win. They're going to need to get a play-in win. They're going to need to win in the conference tournament. So it's all about seeding at this point, and a win over a 14-7 Lourdes team would really help improve your seeding.
Granted, Lourdes is 5-6 in the conference as well, but a lot of those losses for Lourdes came early in the year.
Yeah,
like we said, they've really ramped up their play style as these past 10 games. Like I said, they are 8-2.
And having those two teams so close really makes this even more important because they're going to be playing for that 5, 6, 7 spot at this point.
Rochester's starting lineup tonight will be Khalil Gracie, Cash Blackwell, Justin Nassau, Peter Agba, and Armand Cartwright. A lot of veteran leadership out on the floor. You always know that Gracie, Blackwell, Nassau, and Cartwright are going to start. But tonight, Peter Agba gets the nod over Noah Holly and Federico Gallinari. For Lourdes, they will start Kadeem Jones, Bryce McComb, Cliff Snow, Brett Loft, and McCray White. Going back to Brett Loft and Cliff Snow, each of them are very key players for Lourdes as Snow averages 16 points per game and Loft 14 points per game. So those are two more guys that Rochester needs to key in if they want to win this game tonight.
Yeah, and we have a battle of two Cleveland players. There's a bunch of Cleveland people in this. But you're going to see a matchup of Cash Blackwell and McCray White, unless they put Agba on White, and that would be two Cleveland high schoolers going at it.
Inactive for your Warriors tonight are Brendan Fleming, Chandler Pitts, Andrew Klein, Andrew Francis, Blake Brown, Danny Drevishik, and Moses Toriola. We are about 25 seconds away from starting lineups being announced. We will be right back after this short break. You are watching the Rochester Sports Network. Lineups have been announced for this ball game. The Rochester College Warriors are coached by head coach Clint Pleasant. Lourdes University coached by Josh Gibson. The Warriors will come out in their typical gray and red uniforms. Lourdes will come out in black and orange uniforms. Rochester will work the ball right to left for their first half, Lourdes left to right. We're getting ready to jump this ball up in what should be a good ball game.
Yeah, I expect this one to be tight as we see Agba and McCray White jumping.
About to get underway right here.
Yeah, and a little switch here. Blackwell and Cartwright switch sides before we can get that ball up.
And we're underway. Lourdes will win the tip. Brett Loff will bring the ball up for the Lourdes Gray Wolves.
Remember, keep an eye over on that left corner, the matchup for the Warriors between Jones and Nafso, number 5 for Rochester, number 0 for Lourdes.
12 seconds into the game, Khalil Gracie will pick up his first foul. Cliff Snow drove to the basket. He was unable to get it to go with the contact. He will now shoot 2 at the stripe. Snow gets the first one to fall.
This is a very confident Lourdes team. As Jake mentioned earlier, they've won 8 of their last 10. They're really looking to right the ship in conference. They're 5 and 6 in conference play right now.
Snow can't get the second one to fall. It's 1-0 Gray Wolves as Nafso brings the ball up the court. He gives it off to Agba, who gives it to Blackwell. Back to Nafso. Looking for Agba down low. He's working, puts a body in, and gets it to go. Nice move there by Peter Agba to get Rochester on the board. 2-1. Rochester 19-25 left in the first half.
Yeah, normally Agba is outsized, but this is a pretty even matchup, 6'7" versus 6'5", and Agba's got a lot of brute strength down there.
Cartwright gets backed in. Smart just puts his hands up and lets the bucket go in for McCray White. Cartwright was outmatched by 4 inches there.
Yeah, Cartwright's a really smart player, but there's not much that you can do when you have that kind of size advantage. He's a guard.
Agba goes up again. He gets another one to fall. Nice move there by Peter Agba going up and over the taller McCray White. Agba now has all 4 points for the Warriors, 4-3 Rochester. Lourdes works the ball around. Kadeem Jones has it. He gives it off to Snow. Snow gives it to White. White will back in Agba now. Nothing going there. And Allen will get it blocked by Nafso, and they will say that Nafso did not save the ball. Lourdes will get the ball back underneath their own hoop. 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah,
Down to trigger.
A really smart defensive play there from Nafso.
They get it all the way outside. Deep 3 there, and it is through by Brett Loft. That was about a 30-foot jump shot right over good defense of Khalil Gracie.
That was way beyond NBA territory there.
6-4 Lourdes, only a minute 45 into this ball game. Nafso has it in the right corner. He looks at Agba. Agba kicks it back outside to Cartwright, gives it to his high school teammate Khalil Gracie, gives it back to Blackwell. He can't get it to go. And then Agba gets the rebound. He can't get it to go. Snow bring the ball back up for Lourdes. Snow gives it off to Kadeem Jones. Loft has it. He will work the offense. Gives it off to Kadeem Jones. He'll drive in. Put a body on Agba. He doesn't do anything with it. And Loft can't get it to go. Blackwell with the rebound. He pushes it up to Cartwright. Cartwright back to Blackwell. He'll shoot a 3 top the key. That's off. And rebound will go out of bounds. Rochester will keep the ball.
That's a great show of Justin Nafso's basketball IQ right there. Loft out of control, diving for that ball. Instead of getting in there and maybe drawing a foul, Nafso just lets him fall out of bounds.
Khalil Gracie to trigger from the side. He gives it off to Blackwell. Back to Gracie. Gives it off to Nafso. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Nafso. He'll shoot a 3. He's fouled, and he can't get to go, but Nafso will go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, and that foul on Kadeem Jones. Kind of just a touch foul there, but it did affect Nafso's shot.
Kadeem Jones, the leader of this Lourdes Grey Wolves team, 6'2" guard, sophomore out of Dayton, Ohio, transferred in from Marshall.
Yeah, and most teams can't really keep up with Rochester's rotation of former D1 players, but Lourdes has one of their own.
Nafso hits the first, misses the second. Like Nick said, Rochester has 4 former D1 players on this team. Peter Agba, Khalil Gracie, Moses Toriola, who is inactive tonight. And who am I missing?
Peter Agba?
I already said Peter.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention myself. Anyway, Rochester or Nafso can only get 1 to go. It's 6-5 Warriors. Kadeem Allen triggers from underneath his own hoop. He gives it out to Snow. Agba's on him. He'll step back, shoot a 3, in and out. Rebounded by McCray.
And McCray had a wide open lane to the hoop there. If he had turned around, Gracie left him alone. But
Loft dribbles in, gives it out. They kick out wide open 3 in the corner for Bryce McComb. He knocks down the 3. 9-5 Lourdes Grey Wolves.
This Lourdes team showing a lot of confidence. They're shooting the shots that they want, and they're making a lot of them.
Agba, nice up and under move. He can't get it to go. McCray White with the rebound. He gives it off to Loft. Loft will penetrate. He was looking for Kadeem Jones, but he was not there in the corner. Turnover, Grey Wolves, Rochester ball on the sideline.
Yeah, as they drove inside there, Jones kind of rotated. He was wide open, but just didn't find him.
Nafso will run the offense. He gives it off to Cartwright. Gives it to Gracie. Uses a Blackwell screen. Gracie goes up top. Gives off to Nafso. Cartwright in the corner for 3. He can't get it to go. Blackwell can't get the rebound. And Lourdes will push the ball up the court. Kadeem Jones has it. He gives it to... That is Bryce McComb. Knocks down back-to-back triples. Now 12-5 Lourdes.
Yeah, this one getting ugly early. You got to hope that Rochester can start to slow down, find their shots, and there's one right there from Gracie.
Nice basket cut there by Khalil Gracie. Good pass. Rochester now down 12-7. 15:30 left in this first half. And there will be an offensive foul. That will be on Cliff Snow. His first of the game. Good positioning there by Agba to draw the foul.
This Lourdes team seems to have a couple different ball handlers, and none of them are Kadeem Jones, which is very interesting. Jones playing a true shooting guard role. He hasn't gotten many shots up yet, but I expect to see him get some shots in the paint, outside, everywhere.
Cannon Campbell just checked in the game for Cash Blackwell. Nafso fires a 3 left wing. He can't get it to go. Smart get back on defense. Jones with the rebound. He hands it back off to Loft. Loft will run the offense. He gives it off to McComb. McComb to White. Kadeem Jones for 3. Nothing but air. First shot of the night for Kadeem Jones. Air ball.
Yeah, that one was rough. Not what you expect to see when looking at Lourdes. Everybody always talks about Kadeem Jones, what he can do. He can create. He's not a ball handler, but he's an incredible spot-up shooter. And right there, didn't even draw iron.
Cartwright picks up his dribble, gives it back to Campbell, gives it to Nafso, to Gracie in the corner. They give it off to Agba. Nice basket cut by Gracie. He uses the finger roll up and in. It's now 12-9 Lourdes.
Back to the Kadeem Jones thing. When you talk about true shooting guards in this conference in the Wolverine Hoosier, most people bring up Kadeem Jones and Armand Cartwright. They do a lot of things similar, but neither are guarding each other tonight.
Loft shoots the 3 over Cartwright. He can't get to go. Rebound Cannon Campbell. He gives it to Gracie, who pushes it. Gives it off to Agba. He's stripped from behind. Lourdes will get the ball back, and they'll push it up the floor. Loft gives it to McComb. McComb to Snow. He shortens up his shot, gives it out to Jones. Jones will drive in, take a floater from the baseline, and hit it. 14-9 Lourdes. Cartwright brings the ball up for the Warriors. He gives it off to Campbell. Cannon works it side to side, gives it back to Nafso. Nafso gives it down low to Agba. Agba posts up. He hits another turnaround J. Nice move there by Peter Agba. He's got 6.
It's interesting to see both Campbell and Nafso on the floor at the same time. That's not something that we see often since they play the same roles for the offense. But in the moment, it's Cartwright calling out the plays.
And McComb's 3 is blocked by Gracie. Gracie will push the ball up the floor. He goes to basket-cutting Cartwright. He hands it off. Nothing there. Nafso had a wide-open Gracie in the corner for a second. Didn't do anything with it. He's back in the corner again for 3. He can't hit it. Rebound, Kadeem Jones. Jones will push the ball up the floor. He takes it in on Cartwright. Nice defense there by Cartwright. And Rochester's pushed back up the floor. Khalil Gracie has a wide-open lane. He'll put it up and put it in. Now 14-13 Lourdes, 12:30 left in the first half. Seen a lot of high-tempo, good basketball here, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, shots aren't necessarily falling, but both teams are definitely pushing the tempo.
Lawful control the offense. He gives it off to McComb. Coach Clint Pleasant wanted to travel on McComb. Not there. Lawful reset. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, and Pleasant still very vocal to the refs about that travel call that he wanted.
Could have almost gone to travel right there on McCray White. And there will be a foul on the play. It'll be on Khalil Gracie. That is his second.
You're right about that travel call there. It looked like he shuffled his feet down in the post. Maybe he didn't have full possession, but
it's hard to tell from our angle, but to me it looked like a travel.
Yeah, we have about the same angle that you guys see on camera there.
First is knocked down by White. Federico Gallinari will come into the game for Gracie. Logan Ealing for Peter Agba. We have Cam Schroeder coming into the game for Lourdes. And number I thought I saw someone else come in.
Both Gallinari and Ealing offensive-minded players for Rochester. They both play hard off the ball.
And McCray gets the free throw to go. And now we will have Christian Wagenhauser check into the game. He comes in for McCray White. 16-13 Lourdes, 12 minutes left in the first half. Rochester's trying to break the press by Lourdes. Nafso takes it all the way and gives it to Cartwright. Cartwright pump fakes, nothing there. He kicks it back out. Nafso, wide open 3, top the key. No good. Cartwright tips it up and tips it in, but they're going to call it on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know about that call. That looked like all in one motion. And now Jones is arguing that there shouldn't have even been a foul, and Rochester would be better off that way because you'd get the points.
Well, that'll be Kadeem Jones' second foul of the ball game, but Lourdes will keep him in. Cartwright, nice up fake, but he loses the ball out of bounds. Rochester will keep it. 27 on the shot clock, 1:45 left in the game.
Yeah, I understand not wanting to pick up your second foul, but if you're Kadeem Jones, you got to be glad that those points didn't count. Federico
Gallinari gets it down low. Nice little up and under move by the Italian. Is now 16-15 Lourdes. Loft brings the ball up. He hands it off. Kadeem Jones now has it working on Nafso. Gives it back to Loft. He's got Logan Ealing on him. They switch off. Gallinari now on Loft. And Loft with a nice take inside. 18-15 Lourdes. Ealing thought about a 3. Did not take it. He gives it up to Campbell. Nafso takes it up, and he is fouled. The foul will come on number 32, Christian Wagenhauser, who just came into the game. Nafso will go to the line to shoot 2, where he's only 1 for 3 tonight.
Christian Wagenhauser is first.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot from those two shooting guards, Cartwright and Jones, yet. But I expect to see both teams start turning to them as this game goes on. I mean, you can only keep up this pace of play for so long, and then both teams are going to be forced to settle into their offense for pure conditioning reasons.
Nafso knocks down both of the stripe. Cap Wilson will check in for him. Your lineup on the floor right now is Cannon Campbell, Logan Ealing, Cap Wilson, Federico Gallinari, and Armand Cartwright.
And the Warriors had been without Cap Wilson for a little bit this season, and his presence was definitely missed. He's a great spread out the floor power forward.
Loft takes it in. Nice move there. Right hand on the left side. He gets it to go. 2017 Lourdes, 10:45 left in the first half. Campbell controls the offense for the Warriors. He looks at Cartwright. Cartwright looking to go down low Gallinari. Nothing's there. And Campbell just throws it right into Jones, or into Snow.
Yeah, it looked like he was hoping that Wilson would be led into that pass, but Wilson was posted up.
And Snow drives it into the lane, and he is fouled. The foul will go on Cannon Campbell, his first.
A little tidbit that I got to shout out. Cap Wilson dunked on James Ballard in practice.
Did he?
So my sweet mate Jimmy got dunked on by Cap. So he may look harmless, but number 22's got a mean streak.
Cliff Snow will knock down the first. And he hits the second. Lourdes goes up 5, 22-17. Rochester triggers. They will break the Lourdes press again. Or at least look to. Cap Wilson has it. Left wing. Cannon Campbell will now run the offense for the Warriors. Campbell swings it to Ealing. Ealing gets it to Gallinari. Gallinari back to Campbell. To Cartwright. Thought about three. Didn't take it. Shortens up the shot. Nice elbow jumper there, knocked down by Armand Cartwright. 22-19 Lourdes. 10 minutes left in this half. Loft gives it off to Eddie Murphy. You heard that right, Nick. Eddie Murphy. Not Donkey from Shrek, but Eddie Murphy, the Lourdes basketball player.
There's a new Coming to America movie coming out, so it's perfect timing to roll out that ad campaign.
Loft hits a three, pushes their lead to 6. Campbell looks down low to Wilson. We'll have a push foul on number 32, Christian Wagenhauser. That will be his second. We will have Agba, Blackwell, and Nafso check back into the game. Cartwright, Gallinari, and Campbell will check out. You now have Nafso, Ealing, Wilson, Agba, and Blackwell into the game for the Warriors. 9:38 left in the first half. Nafso to trigger under his own basket. Gives it to Wilson. Gives it back to Nafso. Nafso takes it in. Gives it to Wilson for three in the corner. And cannot go. Cash Blackwell cannot get the tip to go in. Loft brings it up for Lourdes. Loft step back three. Nothing but air. A little bit of a heat check there from Loft.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those already tonight from Lourdes.
Bryce McComb will check in for Loft, who just airballed that three. 9:19 left in the first half. Rochester down 25-19.
But it's worth mentioning that Loft hit that 35-footer.
He did. He really did.
He's got the range, just not on that one.
Rochester looks to beat the press, and they do. Nafso takes it all the way in. He kicks out to Ealing. Deep three for him. He can't get it to go. Ealing, who's a very solid shooter, gets nothing but front iron on that one.
All the way from the WAC logo there from Ealing.
Cliff Snow takes it inside. Wagenhauser can't get it to go. Rebounded by Agba. Gives it to Wilson, to Nafso. Nafso now gives to Ealing. Could have shot that three, decided not to take it. Agba has it, gives it off to Blackwell. Gives it to Agba down low. Gives it to Nafso, back to Blackwell. He does not take the three, he drives in. Cap Wilson doesn't take it. Ealing doesn't take it. Blackwell doesn't take it. Good defense here by Lourdes. They give to Wilson. He shoots a three in the corner. Bottoms. Nice ball reversal there by Rochester College. Kept looking for that open shot. It's now 25-22 Lourdes. 8:20 left in the first half.
You can always rely on Cap to knock down at least one of those a game. He's a great outside shooter for a big man.
Deuce Martin has the ball up top for Lourdes. He gives it off to Cliff Snow. Snow has Wilson on him. He drives right. Wilson goes straight up, but even better offense by Cliff Snow. He gets it to go. 22-27. Lourdes with the 5-point lead. Nafso has it. He looks to Blackwell in the corner. He shoots a three. That's in. Cash Blackwell. Nice three-pointer there. Trims the lead to 2. 27-25 Lourdes. 7:40 left in the first half. Eddie Murphy has the ball. He uses a screen from Wagenhauser, gives it to Cliff Snow. He'll shoot a 3. Short, rebounded Wilson. Gives it to Nafso. He will run the ball up, slow it down a little bit. Give it to Blackwell. Blackwell will take it inside, back to Nafso. Corner 3, does not take it. Drives it in, scoops, and can't score. But they will call a foul, it looks like, on the floor.
Cliff wasn't down there yelling for Justin Nafso to take the shot. You can rely on a couple of those a game, too.
Khalil Gracie will check into the ball game. Not sure who for. Will come in for Cap Wilson.
Yeah, and some confusion by the refs, too, as nobody checked out. But now we're going to finally get that reset.
I'd like to shout out our production crew here just really quickly. Daniel Higgins on graphics, Peter Green on camera, Gino Palachicchio, Max Baldes, and Marco Salas on the sound. Got to shout out the home.
No, but you got to give a lot of love to Dan. He does a lot behind the scenes that nobody will ever see.
Shout out Dan Higgins, production truck extraordinaire. Blackwell can't get to go. Lawful, nice behind the back pass to Snow, who spots up and nails the 3. 30-25, Lourdes. 7 minutes left in the first half.
What, you got 4/6 of the men's golf team working tonight?
Heck yeah, man. Shout out the golf team. Agba goes down low. Nice move against Wagenhausen. And he gets it to go. 30-27.
Yeah, 8 for Agba, and he's not really a high-volume scorer, but if he gets a look inside, he's pretty much automatic from that 3 to 5 foot range.
Loft goes baseline, or does not go baseline, goes top of the key. Blackwell almost ties it up. They give it back outside to Snow. He's got Blackwell on him. Wagenhausen with the screen. They switch off. Agba now on Snow. Blackwell on Wagenhausen. Nafso guards Kadeem Jones, and he travels. Nice defensive stand there by Rochester. McCray White will check back into the ball game.
Something to think about. Kadeem Jones has been absolutely silent with Justin Nafso on him, and that just proves Nafso one of the best defensive players in the country.
Cartwright checks back into the ball game. You have your starting 5 of Nafso, Cartwright, Blackwell, Agba, and Gracie in the game right now.
And Nafso's a 3-time All-American, pretty much a lock to get year 4.
And Cartwright knocks down a 3 to even the score. It is now 30-30, 6 minutes left in this game. Like I said earlier, Nick, this is a good ball game.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, tied up here, 5:50 to play in this half. These are two teams that are going to run the ball a lot. They're going to keep pushing it.
Jones works it outside. He gives it off to McComb. McComb passes it off to Loft. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Loft shortens up the shot. He drives, and we'll have a blocking foul on Justin Nafso. He thought he got there in time, but the ref saw it different.
Yeah, it just started to slide right as the impact came in. That one was pretty cut.
And here comes Assistant Athletic Director Clayton Bissett to mop up the sweat. Very nice of him to do that.
Yes, very, very beautiful golf polo that he has on right now.
Brett Loft will shoot 2.
Hey, we tried to win a national championship in that polo, didn't we?
We tried to. We took 4th. We tried.
We were pretty close,
It would have helped if I played a little better, but.
Everybody gets the blame. I should just not picked up a pine cone.
Don't pick up the pine cones. Loft knocks down both at the stripe. 32-30 Lourdes, 5:33 left in the first half. Cannon Campbell checks back into the ball game. He comes in for Agba. Cartwright in the corner. Pass a little hot. He drives baseline, gives it to Nassau. He'll shoot the 3. Bottoms. Rochester with their first lead of the night. 33-32, 5:15 left in the first half.
Nassau really a guy. He averages 14 points per game, so I got to be careful. But he's definitely not a player that I would sum up as a scorer for Rochester. But he takes shots when they're there, and he secretly puts up these points. He's very silent when he does it.
Loft shortens up his shot. He passes it to Jones in the corner. He knocks down the 3. Kadeem Jones gets on the board. 35-33 Lourdes. Rochester with the ball. 4:48 left in the first half. Cartwright has the ball in the corner. They try trapping. Gracie's there. Blackwell thought about 3. He shortens it up. They get the Nafso. Corner 3. Short. Rebound McComb. He gives it to Loft, who will bring the ball up and set the offense for the Grey Wolves. Snow has it. He gives it outside to McCray White. Now Snow will shoot the three.
Wow.
He hits it. Cliff Snow can really shoot the basketball, folks. That's his third three of the night. Lourdes is now up 38-33. Blackwell has the ball up top for the Warriors. He looks at Cartwright. Cartwright thought about three. Got Loft in the air. He gives it back to Blackwell. Blackwell shortens up. He's called for a travel.
Yeah, and that did look like a travel. Blackwell, is going to argue that one, but he definitely picked up that pivot foot a little early.
4 minutes left in the first half. 38-33. High-scoring affair here at Garth Pleasant Arena.
Yeah, something that this crowd has gotten pretty used to.
Snow has it up top. Free throw line extended jump shot. He pushed off a little bit, but no call. Cartwright rebound. He gives to Blackwell. He thought about the three, did not take it. Cannon Campbell has it. He'll drive in. Nice up and under move there by Campbell. He gets on the board, 38-35. Loft will run the point. 3:25 left in the first half. He gives it off to McCray White. White gives it back to Loft. Loft to White. Nice two-man game there, and White slams it home. Blackwell inbounds the ball to Nafso. Down 5.
This is where you start to see both teams start to slow it down out of pure health at this point. You can only run for so long.
15 on the shot clock. Nafso still has the ball up top. He gives it to Gracie. Gracie's looking for Cartwright, but he ended up traveling.
Yeah.
2:51 left in the first half.
I'm not entirely sure that the ref had seen that one as much as the crowd reaction let him know.
The crowd and the Lourdes coach saw it, I think, more than the ref did.
Yeah, that was a pretty late travel call, but it was, in fact, a travel.
Loft will bring up the ball. They give it off to White. White gives it back to Loft. He's got Campbell on him. Nice pass into the corner for Snow. Long on the three-pointer, out of bounds off McCray White. Rochester will get the ball. 2:34 left in the first half. It's 40-35 Lourdes.
Peter Agba has been playing a lot of minutes tonight. We haven't seen him out of this game much, and he's still playing hard.
Nafso lets the ball roll all the way up to the front court. He brings it in. He gives it to Gracie. They look for Armand Carre, who's been very silent tonight. They go to Campbell. Try going to Agba, tipped by McCray. Gives it back to Campbell. Gives it back to Agba again. Nice pass there to Nafso, 10 on the clock. Passes it to Campbell, and that ball will go out of bounds. Rochester has 4 seconds on the shot clock, 2:08 on the game clock.
Yeah, Kadeem Jones there jumping up and down, wondering why one of his teammates didn't just jump up and grab that ball.
And they give it to Agba. He gives it off to Cartwright. He'll shoot the three. Short. Rebound Campbell. Gracie shoots the three. And he can't get it to go. McCray White rebound. We'll have a foul on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be on Cartwright.
It is going to be on Cannon Campbell, his second. Lourdes has the ball. Kadeem Jones will trigger the Loft. Loft slowly works it into forecourt. 1:50 left in the first half. 35-40. Lourdes with the lead. Snow has it. He gives it off to Jones. Look for Loft. Nothing was there. Gives it back to Loft now. Trying to trap him in the corner a little bit. They leave him wide open for three. Luckily, it's no good. Cannon Campbell with the rebound. Kadeem Jones slips and stumbles. Rochester has a 5-on-4. Need to push it. And Agba gets it to go. Very heads-up play there by Justin Nafso to see the wide-open Agba under the basket. 40-37 with $1:20 left in the first half.
Yeah, and Agba becomes the first Warrior in double digits with 10 points now.
Loft controls the offense. He uses a screen. Snow now has it up top. He gives it back to Loft. Cartwright and Gracie switched. Good defense there by Rochester. They could tie this game up. It's 40-37. Rochester has the ball, 50 seconds left. Nafso shoots a three, around and out. trying to go 2 for 1 there. Could not get it to fall. Loft trying to go 2 for 1. He pulled up from about 35 feet again. He can't get it to go. 36 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock separated by 8.
Yeah, Nafso decides to take a look up at the clock, decides to slow it down, play for your shot here.
Nafso works the ball up top at the RC logo. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Nafso works it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They go to Cartwright. Cartwright has it. He gives it off to Gracie. Tip past Campbell. 3, no good. Cartwright can't get the tip to go. Lourdes will have the ball. 5 seconds on the clock. Up 3 in this first half. Federico Gallinari will come into the game for Peter Agba. Logan Ealing for Cannon Campbell. And Cap Wilson will come in as well.
Interesting to make those changes. The Ealing change is kind of surprising because you're trying to get size in with Cap Wilson and Federico Gallinari. But
Loft brings it up. He shoots the 35-footer, and it is short. Lourdes will lead at the break 40-37. You are watching the Rochester Sports Network. We'll be right back. And we are back live on the Rochester Sports Network, where your Rochester College Warriors are down 40-37 at the half. Leading the way for Lourdes was Brett Loft with 12 points, Cliff Snow with 11. For Rochester, Peter Agba had 10, Khalil Gracie, Cash Blackwell, and Justin Nafso each had 6.
Yeah, and we got about 15 seconds before tip-off, but Peter Agba, that's one of his highest scoring outputs of the season in one half. So this is a pretty great game for him. He's a player who's normally outsized out there playing as an undersized center. So it's interesting to see him put these numbers up in a pretty evenly height matched up game.
Rochester is only shooting 44% from the floor to Lourdes is 46%, but where they're getting outscored is beyond the arc. Lourdes is 17 for 18 from 3, where Rochester's only 4 of 16, 7 of 18, my apologies, not 17 of 18. But Rochester will get the ball to start the second half. Nafso will bring it up. Warriors working left to right, Lourdes right to left. Agba has to give it down low to Blackwell. Cartwright wide open for 3 at the top, and he can't get it to go. Rebounded by McCray White.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I talked at least a lot about Jones and Cartwright early on, and they have 7 combined points at this point in the game.
It's definitely been a game. Oh, it traveled down low by McCray White. I was going to be shocked if they didn't call that one. But anyway, like you were saying, Nick, Cartwright and Jones only combined for 7 points in the first half. Both of these guys average 17. Either they're both going to have big halves or they'll both be quiet tonight. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see both of these teams put up high scoring numbers, too, without those guys.
Cartwright drives it in. He's too strong on the layup. The ball goes off of Agba's face. Snow has it. He gives it to McComb. McComb gives it back to Loft. Loft has it top of the key. He's got Agba on him. Snow with Blackwell on him. McComb travels, and it'll be Rochester ball. Back-to-back travels for Lourdes to start this half. Rochester needs to capitalize on these Grey Wolves' mistakes.
Yeah, you got to start to close in on that lead, maybe get one of your first leads of the game at this point. It's been so tight, but it's always Lourdes out in front.
Rochester's only had 1 lead in this ball game. Gracie will shoot the 3, and that is around and out. Rebound McComb. He gives it to Loft. He'll push up the floor quickly. He gives it off to Jones, who gives it to Snow. Snow takes it in, and he hits it. Jones is now at 13 points for the ball game. Nafso works it side to side. He's got McComb on him. Gives it off to Blackwell. Blackwell uses a screen from Agba. Agba rolls. They give it to Gracie. Agba with McCray on him, but he is fouled. That foul will come on McCray White. It will only be his first foul of the game. Deuce Martin will check into the game for McComb. Khalil Gracie inbounds it to Agba. Nassau has it up top with 17 on the clock. Agba, short jumper, off. Rebounded by Loft. Loft gives it up to Snow. Snow gives it back to Loft. Loft with Gracie on him. Snow has it back. He's got Cartwright on him. He spins. He goes in, and a nice move there by Snow. Lourdes lead now up 7, 44-37.
Yeah, Snow just found a way inside that nice little spin move, laid it up with the other hand. Beautiful play.
Nafso shoots a 3, and that's off. Blackwell with the board. It's taken away. Finds a way to Jones. Kadeem Jones will take it up to Snow. Snow has the hot hand tonight. He'll take it inside. He's working on Blackwell. He goes up, and he is fouled by Blackwell. Blackwell does not like the call, but he is not going to argue it.
Yeah, and that's a hard foul right there. You got to call something, at least if you're the refs, or that game might get out of hand. But one thing that we're seeing right now when you're looking at it, he's slow to get up. They're going to see if he can shoot. He's going to head to the line. But one thing that I've been noticing, you watch Rochester, they're not taking their time in their offense.
They're shooting just a bunch of threes.
They're settling for a lot of shots quick early in the offense, and that's pretty normal when you're down. But if you really want to get back into this game, you got to keep in your offense. Lourdes is waiting. They're waiting for the right shot. They're passing up shots, waiting for good shots.
Snow knocks down the first, lengthens their lead to 45-37. Lourdes so far on a 6-0 run to start or 5-0 run to start this second half.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to see if you're Rochester for obvious reasons.
Snow hits the second. It's now a 6-0 run for Lourdes. They are up 9, 17-22 left in the ball game. Blackwell has the ball up top. Pass intercepted by Loft. Loft will take it inside. Blackwell tried to get a piece of it.
I think
contested
he
it,
catch a piece of it, honestly.
But McCray White follows it up. Rochester now down 11. Nafso has the ball. He gives it off to Gracie. Gracie to Agba. Agba with the double team on him. He goes up and under. That is swatted away by McCray White. Rochester just can't find a groove right now. Jones will take it in. He can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, and he is fouled. Back to the line we go. Kadeem Jones will go to the line, fouled by Nafso.
This is one of those game-defining runs right here from Lourdes, 11-point lead and a chance to continue and push that lead.
I feel like if you're Clint Pleasant, you got to call a timeout after these free throws. Get your guys back under control a little bit.
Yeah, and that's just not something that you want to do coming out of the half. You don't expect a team to come out and just run around you like this. And here's some big changes for Rochester. Gallinari and Campbell check in for Blackwell and Agba.
Kadeem Jones could not hit the first at the stripe. He's an 80% shooter on the season from the line. And he hits the second. Lourdes lead now up 49-37, 9-0 run to start this second half.
Yeah, and looking at Pleasant, he doesn't seem too worried. He's just sitting in the corner waiting for this team to get going. As
Cartwright, a nice up and under move right there. He gets it to go. Cartwright's second bucket of the night. He now has 4. 49-39 Lourdes, 16:27 left in the second half.
Yeah, and they really got to get Cartwright going if they want to get back in there.
Campbell's playing D on Loft. McCray White slips. He gets the ball back, and he gets another jam. That's his third dunk of the night. Campbell will bring the ball up for Rochester, down 12, 16:06 left.
Yeah, and that pushes White to 10 on the night.
Gracie has it. He gives it to Gallinari in the right corner. Gallinari's doing nothing with it. He gives it back to Nafso. Nafso with Loft on him. He tries to break through. Can't do anything. And he is fouled on the floor. The foul is going to be on Loft.
I mean, if you're Rochester, you're starting to feel this slip away way before you should.
There's plenty of ball game left in this. Gracie will shoot the wide open three. That's through. Big shot there for the Warriors. Trims the lead to 9. It's now 51-42. That's only the second bucket Rochester has made in the second half.
Yeah, but that's one of those big shots that might help shift the momentum a little bit. You get 1-2 more of those, and it's back to a ball game.
Snow has it up top. He's got Nassau on him. Gallinari switches. Good defense there by Gallinari. Jones has it. He slips, but they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, and Campbell can't believe that one, honestly. It just looked like it was a wet spot on the floor, slipped, and they're not even going to go over there and clean it. But back to that Gracie three. He's a new addition to this team. He's a senior, but a transfer, and he's been making shots like that for a while now for Rochester. He seems to really thrive in the moment. He doesn't get down very quickly.
Snow backs in on Nafso. Good defense by Nafso, but they're going to call a push off. It's going to be on Nafso. I don't know if Nafso necessarily agrees with that call. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that call.
Yeah, back-to-back interesting calls. Not trying to be a homer here, but those ones could have gone unnoticed.
And Snow buries a three. They have a push-off foul on Cam Schroeder, but the bucket will probably count as it was released before the foul happened.
Signaled yet.
Basket's good. The foul will go on Deuce Martin. Rochester now down 54-42. Nafso is still pleading his case on that last foul call on him. Yeah. Nafso not one of those guys that usually complains about fouls, but he has every right to on that one.
Yeah, and we get a lot of the same refs here at Rochester, so they definitely know Justin Nafso, not a guy who's going to complain often.
Cartwright pump fakes in the corner. He takes it back out. He gives it to Nafso. Gives it off to Gracie up top. Gracie takes the free throw line extended jumper. He can't hit it. Rebound, Federico Gallinari. Cartwright has it. Sets a screen. Gracie passes it off to Nassau. He shoots the corner three. That's no good. Another offensive rebound product of Federico Gallinari. He thought about three, didn't take it. Campbell has it. He gives it to Cartwright. Cartwright up and under. Nice move there by Armand Cartwright. He now has 6. It's 54-44 Lourdes with 14 and a half left in the ballgame.
So signs of life from Armand Cartwright. He's got 4 in this quarter, but it's going to take a lot more to trim this lead.
Snow has it up top. He's been hot from 3 tonight. Gracie's on him. Snow pushes it back out. He goes to the right wing. He uses a screen from White. He gives it off. Deep 3 is through by Deuce Martin, and that will lead to a Clint Pleasant timeout. It is 57-44 Lourdes. You are watching the Rochester Sports Network. And we are back on the Rochester Sports Network. Your Rochester College Warriors are down 57-44, 14:08 left in this ball game. So far, Lourdes has gone on a 17-7 run to start this second half.
Yeah, and if you're Rochester and Clint Pleasant, you hope that timeout gets your team back in this game. Tell them there's a lot of time left. 14 minutes is a lot of time. You can go on a couple runs on your own.
Cartwright will bring up the ball for the Warriors. He gives it off to Campbell. He looks down low to Gracie. Gracie goes up, and he can't get it to go. Gallinari couldn't get the tip to go back. Kadeem Jones with the rebound. He gives it to Loft. Loft will bring it up the court. He's guarded by Cartwright. Rochester playing a little bit of a 2-3 zone right now, switching up from the man-to-man, trying to limit those perimeter shots that have been killing them. Deuce Martin has it. He looks inside to Snow. Snow gives it off to Loft. They give it to Jones. Nothing there for him. Loft has to force a 3, and it is no good, but rebound by Kadeem Jones goes back to Loft. Cartwright gets beat. Nothing there. They swing the ball back around. Snow 3, no good. Rebound Gallinari. Khalil Gracie will push it up for the Warriors. He picks up the ball. They give to Cartwright. He thought about 3. He'll shoot it now. No good. Kadeem Jones with the rebound.
See, those are those shots that I keep talking about. Rochester seems to be settling. That's not a great shot. If I want someone to shoot it might be Cartwright, but it's not a shot that you want somebody to take in that situation in the offense. You still have time left.
Loft has the ball. Rochester still in the 2-3 defense. Nassau works up top on Loft. Jones is in the corner. They're looking for him. Nothing going there. He will fire a 3, and it's good with the shot clock winding down. 60-44 Lourdes. Cap Wilson will get ready to check in for the Warriors. Rochester kind of playing a little bit sloppy right now on the offensive end. Nassau will take it inside. He gives it out to Gracie. He'll fire a 3. That's good. Big bucket for Rochester. Now 60-47, 12:15 left in the ball game.
Yeah, great job by Gracie to leak around that screen. And, well, at times it seems like he's never been a player that has fully settled into this Rochester offense. He still has the ability to hit big shots like that.
Deuce Martin has it on the right wing, guarded by Cartwright. They go down low to Snow. He goes up, right-hand hook, and in. Nassau will bring the ball up for Rochester, down 15 with 11:50 left in the ball game. Nassau crosses. He looks, gives to Campbell. Gallinari, he'll shoot a 3. That's deep. They could have worked it around. Khalil Gracie was wide open in the corner. No one saw him, though. Loft will bring the ball up, 11:35 left in this ball game.
Yeah, and Lourdes really slowing it down. They're going to get down into those teens in the shot clock before they set up any offense.
Kadeem Jones gives it off, and another jam by McCray White. He is having a feast down low. Young Miles Turner is going off tonight.
Yeah, for as good as Peter Agba looked in that first half, White has just taken over in the second half.
Nassau picks up his dribble, gives it to Campbell, gives it back to Nassau. Nassau will drive in. He takes it, gives off to Gallinari, gives it to Cartwright. 13 still on the shot clock, and they will call a push foul. It will be on number 21, Vic McEwen. Number 22, Deuce Martin. The ref signaled the wrong number.
Yeah, and Jones and Lauf were already all halfway down the court the other direction. So
Gallinari and Campbell will check out. Agba and Wilson will check in. 10:57 left at the game. Rochester down 17.
Yeah, and Rochester needs a player like Agba in there just to keep White from getting those open lanes to the basket.
Good pass there to Gracie. Gracie goes back. He can't hit it. Cap Wilson was wide open on the corner. Yet again, Rochester not swinging the ball around, just settling for hard jump shots.
Yeah, but at this point now, you look up at that scoreboard.
You got to shoot.
64-47.
Cartwright pokes it away. Nassau can't save it. Great hustle by Justin Nassau. He gets up a little gingerly, but he is okay.
Yeah, and those are your two leaders right there trying to get this team back in that game. The poke by Cartwright, the dive from Nassau. Physical play.
Eddie Murphy brings up the ball. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock for Lourdes. They give it to who other but Snow. He shoots a three, and the ball will get stuck in the backboard. Rochester will regain possession. Oh, actually, they call it jump ball, and Lourdes will regain possession. That's one of those rules I just don't really like.
Yeah.
If somebody shoots the ball and it gets stuck, the other team should automatically get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Snow will take it inside, and they will call yet another foul. This one will be on Cap Wilson.
Yeah, this one's starting to get out of hand for Rochester. 10:21 left, down 17 points. The other team about to enter the bonus.
Snow will shoot two for Lourdes. Hits the first one. Snow's got to be creeping up on 20 here, Nick.
Yeah, he's moving. He's moving on up. He had a pretty good first half, putting together a pretty good second half at this point.
Snow makes both. Rochester's now down 19, just 10-19 left in this ball game.
I clock him at 17 points right now.
So my assessment was correct, creeping up on the 20. Agba has it in the corner. They go to Wilson, wide open Nassau, nothing there now. Nassau drives, he kicks to Agba. Agba will go up and in. Nice play there by Rochester. Now 66-49.
Agba's first points of the half bumps him to 12 on the game.
Eddie Murphy dribbles the ball. He gives it off to Snow. Snow will kick it to Jones. Three up and out. Deuce Martin can't hit it. Nassau will push the ball up the floor. There'll be a foul on the floor.
Nice athletic finish there by Nassau, even if it doesn't count.
The foul will be on number 22, Deuce Martin. Cash Blackwell will check in for Khalil Gracie. We'll have Kyle Kegley check in for the first time tonight. Cliff Snow will get a rest.
Yeah, he's got to tuck his jersey in.
Kyle Kegley, the tallest person, second tallest person on Lourdes at 6'9". Cartwright knocks down a three. Warriors now down only 14, 9:30 left in the ballgame.
That gives Cartwright 9 on the night, 7 on the half.
Rochester still in a 2-3 zone. Loft gave it to Kegley. Now Loft has it back. He's got Agba on him. They kick it outside of Deuce Martin. Back 7 seconds. And Loft will just jack a 28-footer and knock it down. Nothing but net.
Yeah,
can't do much about that. Nassau takes it in. He drives. He can't get it to go. He's obviously frustrated. Looking for a little bit of contact there, but there was nothing. Loft has it. He's got Nafso on him. They give it to Deuce Martin.
The problem at this point is Lourdes is just as content with running the clock as they are shooting the ball.
And at the volume and rate that Lourdes is shooting the ball with the success they're having, might as well.
Yeah.
And another bucket's knocked down by Kadeem Jones. It's now back to a 19-point ball game. Blackwell has the ball. He gives it off to Cartwright. Back to Blackwell. He thought about three, did not take it. Gives it to Nafso. Nafso down low. Blackwell, he'll put it up and put it in. 71-54 Lourdes.
You can really see at this point why they've won 8 of their last 10 when talking about Lourdes. They really look like they're in sync. They know what they want to do.
They were only up 3 going into the second half. Now up 17 as they've outscored the Warriors 14 this half. Rebound there by Blackwell. He'll push it up the floor. He gives it to Nafso. Nafso had a wide open Cartwright, did not see him. Agba goes up and can't get it to go. Cartwright visibly frustrated because he was wide open in the corner. Loft has the ball. He's got Nafso on him again. Jones has it in the corner. He works. He's got Agba on him now. Mismatch down low. They'll call a hooking foul on Armand Cartwright. He was looking for the opposite. He thought he was hooked.
Yeah, that's a call that really could have gone both ways right there, but you got to make one of the calls.
Nafso and Agba will check out. Campbell and Ealing in.
Yeah, at this point, you might want to look at Rochester getting some of the younger guys in, getting them some runs. 7:21 to go, down 17. It's not over yet, but it's getting there.
Ball go out of bounds off of Snow. Rochester will get the ball back. This is a must-score possession at this point, Nick.
Yeah, you got to get a couple possessions here are must-score.
Campbell brings up for the Warriors. He gives it to Cartwright. Gives it back to Campbell. Cartwright's looking for something. Nothing there. Campbell has it. Wilson down low. He's posted up. He gives it to Cartwright. Ealing was wide open, and he'll have to take it in. He gives off to Campbell. He'll shoot a three. That's through. Big bucket there by Cannon Campbell. Now 71-57 Rochester. Rochester needs another stop and another bucket here on the next couple trips.
Yeah, you got to get this game down into single digits with about 4 minutes to play if you want a shot at it.
Love has the ball up top. He's got Wilson on him. Loft's looking for that high screen. He gets it, but Warriors switch nicely. Good steal there by Cannon Campbell. Jumps the passing lane. He's going to take a gift to Cartwright. He'll shoot a three. Can't get it to go. Blackwell rebound. He puts it up and in. Now just a 12-point ball game, 71-59. The Warriors may have found their spark.
Yeah, now the Rochester crowd getting into it a little bit here. Maybe the boost that they need, 12-point game.
Starting to get a little loud here at Garth Pleasant Arena as Loft has the ball up top. He has Campbell on him. Rochester's gone back to a man-to-man defense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Loft's looking to jack. He's got Wilson on him. They kick it out to Kadeem Jones. He hits a three. Silencer there by Kadeem Jones.
Yeah, that's got to feel like a dagger at this stage in the game.
74-59 Lourdes against Rochester. 5:37 left in the game. Only 30-second timeout. We will stay here.
Yeah, that big three right there from Jones pushes him to 12 points on the game. He's really come alive late here for Lourdes, and they keep turning to him. He keeps knocking them down. Other players who have really showed up for them in this second half, White, Snow, Loft, it's been those four rotating the load.
Yeah, those four are all in double digits for Lourdes tonight. A big reason why they had this commanding 15-point lead with only 5:37 left. I feel like if you're Clint Pleasant, if you don't get this lead down to at least 10 or 12 within 4 minutes, you might as well just start getting some of your young guys some run.
Yeah, and they got a lot of guys that they pulled up from JV that could get some play here. Devin Williams, Jimmy.
Slick Jimmy.
Jimmy needs some run. I want some Jimmy out there.
Who to win on one-on-one, you or Jimmy?
Oh, it'd be a tight one. It'd be a tight one. Jimmy's got the size advantage, but I got that athleticism.
Okay, big guy. Ealing has it. He gives it back to Campbell. Campbell looks at Wilson. Wilson backs in. Left hook. Can't get it to go. Rebound Lourdes. This is a must-stop possession for Rochester if they want any chances of getting back into this ballgame.
Yeah, you're getting into that 4-minute territory here where it becomes nearly impossible to come back from that kind of lead.
Jones has it. He gives it to Snow. Snow gives it off to McComb. Good poke away there by Cannon Campbell. Lourdes will get it back. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 4:57 on the game clock. Snow will trigger from the sideline.
Yeah, and the ref's waiting here, talking to Campbell, wondering if he thought that might have been a reach-in, wanted to discuss it with Campbell, give him a little warning.
Lawful Jack, a deep three, no good. Blackwell, big board. He's going to bring it up for the Warriors. He gives off to Campbell. Campbell looks to set up the offense. Blackwell's calling for the ball, not getting it. Cartwright has it. He gives it to Wilson, 15 on the shot clock. Blackwell finally gets it down low. He's posted up. He is blocked from behind by White.
Yeah, it was a good post move by Blackwell. The trouble was Wilson rotated under him, leading the defender into that block.
Loft has the ball up top. He's working against Campbell. This is another must-stop possession for the Warriors. Jones has it. He works outside. He's got Wilson on him. Uses the off arm, scoops it up and scoops it in. That could have been the dagger, folks, as Rochester's now down 17 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like this one has slipped away, even with Nafso and Gracie down there ready to check in and get all the starters in this game.
Cartwright's working the ball up top. He uses a screen from Blackwell, gives it to Campbell. Campbell takes it in. He gives it to Blackwell. He shortens up his shot, shoots free throw line extended. It's short. Rebound goes to Jones. He's just going to push up the whole entire way. And good defense there by Campbell. Rochester's got a 2-on-1. Can't do anything about it is Lourdes. And Cartwright gets a scoop and a score. Now 15-point game, 3:30 left.
I don't want to say what was going on in Cartwright's head, but I think he wanted an alley-oop. I think he wanted to toss it. Blackwell tossed it to him, and then he tossed it back up because he was pointing up there.
Rochester down 15. Snow has it outside, working against Cartwright. Now Loft has it against Campbell. Now Blackwell. And we will have a foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Blackwell. Lourdes is now in the bonus. They'll enter the 1-and-1. Ealing and Wilson will check out. Gracie and Nafso back in.
And with Lourdes entering the bonus, that might spell the end of this game for Rochester.
Unfortunately. Loft puts up the first. Short. Rochester rebound. Big for them. They need to score here, though. Cartwright takes it inside. He thought he was fouled. Did not get it. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. Puts it in. 13-point game. 2:51 left. Rochester now pressing.
That pushes Cartwright into double digits at 11.
And a little bit of a shove there from McCray White. Nothing's called, though.
Yeah, Nafso kind of hugged him down the floor, so that one was a little touchy. I think the refs just let it go.
Smart move. And it looked like right there that Loft tripped over his own feet, but Nafso's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looked like if anybody could get a foul drawn on him, it would be Cartwright, and that's who they're going to call it on. Cartwright stuck his hand in there, maybe got all ball, but just enough to trip him up.
Number 20, Brett Loft.
Loft will shoot the 1-and-1. And he can't make it again. Rochester gets lucky. Nafso has it. He pushes it up. He takes it all the way in. And bad pass. Tried telegraphing it to Campbell. Campbell intentionally fouls Jones.
Yeah, I'll never understand that part of the game, intensely fouling down 13. At that point, you're just piling it on yourself. Unless you got great shooters out there.
Coach Clint Pleasant was looking at Campbell saying that he should have cut down low for easy dump off for Nafso instead of staying in that corner. But now Jones will shoot the 1-and-1. 80% shooter from the line.
If this becomes a intentional foul game for Rochester, this is going to be a long 222.
Yep. Now down 14 as Jones hits the first. And short on the second. Blackwell can't control the rebound, and out of bounds it goes. You can just see the devastation on all the Rochester College players' faces.
Yeah, this is a big conference loss for Rochester because these two teams are so close. So let's say this game ends. Hopefully there's a comeback in here somewhere, but Rochester moves to 5-8. Lourdes moves to 6-6. That's huge for seeding.
Yep. We have Jones up top. He's got Cartwright on him, the two leading scorers for these teams. Gives it off to Loft. He gives it to McComb. McComb now has Blackwell on him. White pushes down Campbell and gets called for the offensive foul. He can't believe it. The ref is talking to the Lourdes coach a little bit. It looked like he might have said some words to the ref.
Yeah, kind of thought that was a foul on Rochester.
I did as well, but
I wasn't gonna say anything. This is a blowout.
Can't ask for much when you're up 14 with only 2 minutes left to play. They give it to Blackwell down low. He's working against White. He goes up. He gets it in. Now a 12-point game, 147
left.
left.
Over if Cash has anything to say about it.
Cash Blackwell never count himself out of a ball game.
That pushes Cash to 12 on the night.
And
timeout.
They'll call a timeout. Jones got trapped in the corner there.
So do we have a Tracy McGrady game on the floor? Down 12, 138 to play. Let's find out.
We'll have to see. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here. Rochester's definitely got to try to get a steal here on this inbounds play, and then if they do not, they'd probably best option would be to trap to start.
Yeah, the nice thing about, there's nothing nice about losing a game, but with Rochester, you're at the point in the season where this loss can be a growing moment because if you win, you're in. That's how this conference works. You get a play-in opportunity. You're not a good enough team to get the at-large. You always hope that you are, but they're just not. That's not how it's going to be this season. So learn from this, get ready for conference tournament, and just win.
McComb gets it down inside the Snow. Snow back in on Gracie. Goes a little shake, shimmy, short. Blackwell can't get the rebound yet again. He is very frustrated with himself. As Lourdes will get the ball back, with the fresh shot clock and a minute 28 left in the game, Lourdes can almost just wind the clock down at this point.
Yeah, that was back-to-back miscues by Cash Blackwell, and he's a hard player, and he's been playing hard time this game, but sometimes you just don't have it.
Loft has it up top. He's got Nafso on him. Nafso's obviously trying to get a steal, watching wherever his hips go like a smart defender would.
It's worth mentioning right now that Rochester College was in a pretty similar situation in last year's season around this point, and they won a national championship.
That is correct. They won the USCA national championship last year.
It's never over until it's over with
and
the Clint
Snow
Pleasant
shoots
team.
a three, short, rebound, will go to Lourdes. They'll throw it out of bounds. 56 seconds left in this game. Rochester down 12. They need threes, and they need them quick.
Yeah. Clint Pleasant has definitely proved himself as a coach that he is definitely a end-of-the-year coach. He will put a team together, and they will make a run.
Kind of like Tom. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Kind of like Tom Izzo. You can never count out a Tom Izzo basketball team down the run.
Yeah, Rochester.
And you can never count out a Clint Pleasant team.
Ran all the way to the conference championship game last year, won a national championship, and it was a team that probably shouldn't have been in either of those situations. And they were. Because he coaches the talent up, and they got the talent to do that on this team. Khalil Gracie's a great player. Armand Cartwright, Cash Blackwell, Justin Nafso. There's a lot of aged talent on this team, and then there's a lot of young guys behind them.
Blackwell got the bucket to go. 52 seconds left in the game. Rochester will press down 10.
And when saying that, I can't leave out Peter Ogba and Cap.
No, they've been huge.
Those are both guys that Rochester would really rely on to be their big men down the line.
Gracie tips it. Loft will take it. Can't get it the scoop to go. They throw it off of Rochester. Smart play there by Wagenhauser, who just checked in.
Oh, the food has entered the building. I can smell it from over here.
Lourdes looks like they're going to get a nice meal after this game.
Yeah, I'm a sneak over and snag some of that.
I mean, the golf team usually treats us pretty nice, and maybe the basketball team will treat us a little nice.
Yeah, the basketball team surprise us with pizza or something. They're going to give us this leftover Little Caesars over here in the corner.
Yeah, I doubt that. And it looks like Jones was arguing with his own teammate. Now he has to take it out underneath. That's something you don't usually see.
I don't know what's going on with 43 seconds left in this game, but I just want to take another moment, thank the production team. We got Dan Higgins, we got Peter Green, and then my man Jacob Rogers doing the play-by-play today. It's been a lot of fun.
Appreciate you having you here today, Nick. It's always fun getting back in the saddle with you, my friend.
I'm a veteran. I've been doing this for a while. Good to get back at it.
Words can't describe, though, how important Daniel Higgins and Peter Green are to this broadcast.
Yes.
Without them, there is no broadcast.
That is incredibly true.
Rochester will intentionally foul, send Wagenhausen to the line to shoot 2. This game is all but over.
Hey, they closed that lead down to 10.
5 minutes too late.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hey, if there's another 4:50 on that clock, we might have a ball game, though.
I'd agree with that.
It does go to show Rochester not giving up on this one.
Yeah.
So that's always a positive with a team like this, especially when you have to grind late in the season.
Wagenhausen can't hit the first at the stripe. Josh Gibson getting his team fired up. Wagenhausen can't hit either. Rochester's pushing very quick now. Nassau takes it in. He lays it in. 31 seconds left in the game.
Rochester not giving up on this one. Good hand in there from Cash Blackwell, but a foul is called on Cannon Campbell, and he doesn't know what for. It looks like they're going to call him for a holding pretty much. And there's free throws coming the other way.
Deuce Martin will check into the game.
Armand Cartwright looks exhausted over in that corner.
He's played majority of this ball game. Cap Wilson's going to check in for Cannon Campbell, it looks like. And Kadeem Jones will head to the stripe. He's an 80% shooter on the season, but he struggled a little bit tonight.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good night in the second half, which is when they started pulling away. But I really, if I could go back and dream up a perfect scenario, I want a shootout between him and Armand.
Oh, I would have loved to see it.
That would have been a lot of fun. Those are the two guys, like I said, that probably are going at it for all conference at the shooting guard position.
And Jones hits the first, pretty much the dagger right there.
And let me say, both of them have a shot at All-American.
They really do.
So.
They're both very talented shooting guards, both true shooting guards.
Yeah, and we just didn't get that tonight. A little disappointed, but there's always next time, right?
Yes, sir. But we got good games out of Peter Agba. We got good games out of White.
Yeah, we saw a lot of good interior post play tonight. And Nassau kind of came alive late. Khalil Gracie hit some really big shots for Rochester. Blackwell played pretty well.
Nassau's fouled for Rochester. They will enter a 1-1.
But like we said, don't give up on this Clint Pleasant coach team. They're going to fall to 11-11, but that doesn't mean a whole lot in a conference like this.
No. Intentionally fouled there by Cartwright. It looked like Nassau intentionally missed the free throw, hoping for a rebound, but instead Lourdes gets the rebound. Cartwright with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and it's going to be Lourdes' first ever win over the Rochester Warriors as the Lourdes bench gets hyped to distract the free throw shooter here. He's smiling. They're loving the moment. That's good to see at least. You never want to lose a game, but as broadcasters, it's good to see a team that loves the game like this.
It is. It's always good to see that. And Josh Gibson has his team fired up. He's now got them winning 9 out of their last 11.
Yeah, they're really putting it on late.
Lourdes could definitely make a run this season. So if you're following WAC basketball this year, do not count this Lourdes team out. Yeah. Nice Euro step there by Cash Blackwell.
And we go back to the future for Rochester. This is a team that went toe-to-toe with everybody in the conference. They split a series against Lourdes, so it's not like they've lost. They've split the series, but they went toe-to-toe with Cornerstone, overtime, throwdown. They played them again later in the year. That's a game that I'd look forward to if you're a fan. That'll be at Cornerstone. They'll have a broadcast of that game, but it's worth checking out. Rochester
will now fall to 11-11 on the season, 5-8 in WAC play. Lourdes will jump to 15-7, 6-6 in WAC play as Lourdes wins 81-71. For Nick Griffiths, Peter Green, and Dan Higgins, I'm Jake Rogers saying good night and see you later from Garth Pleasant Arena. This has been the Rochester Sports Network.
Never gonna stop, no.